Good morning, everyone. I am Eduardo Llanes, and today I'm gonna talk about the 2024 water rationing in Bogotá. My presentation will explain the cause of the crisis, the response from the authority, and the important lesson we learned for the future. Let's start with why it happened. The most immediate cause was the El Niño phenomenon, and climate patterns that warm the Pacific Ocean and cause extreme weather. It creates a very severe drought, and the Chingasa system, which provides most of our water, receives very little inflow. In fact, 2024 was recorded as the driest year in more than 60 years. But the crisis also has deeper structural causes. First, Bogotá is too dependent on a single source. About 17% of our water comes from the Chingasa system. This creates a single point of failure, meaning that when this one system has a problem, the entire system was at risk. The second problem is the constant pressure on the system. The city's population continues to grow, which puts more demand on our water resource every year. In addition, the system loses an incredible 67% of its clean water. This is called non-renewable water, and is lost through all leaky pipe and illegal connection before it even reaches our home. Now, let's look at the response from the authority. By April 2024, the situation was extremely critical. The Chingasan system was at an historic low of only 17% capacity, which is a dangerous level. As a result, the city had no choice but to implement water rationing. The main goal was to raise the reservoir level to 17% by the end of 2024 to secure water for the following year. The rationing plan started on April with a rotative system across 9 different zones to distribute the impact. By September, the rule had to become stringent because water consumption was still too high and the reservoirs were recovering slowly. So, how can we evaluate this management? On one hand, it was a tactical success because a total collapse at day zero with no water was avoided. However, we can also see it as a strategic failure. The response was reactive, meaning they act after the problem was already serious. A proactive approach would have involved taking action much earlier, based on the climate warning that were issued months before. Finally, what are the lessons for the future? The most important lesson is the end of the illusion of abundance. For a long time, we took our water for granted. This crisis clearly showed that Bogota's water security is fragile and needs careful and proactive management for building a more resilient future. We need to implement several long-term strategies. First, we must diversify our water supply. This means exploring new sources like groundwater and implement the reuse of trade wastewater. This will make our system stronger. Second, we need to invest in our green infrastructure. This involves protecting the Chincasa Param, the ecosystem that acts like a natural sponge, capturing and filtering our water. Third, we need aggressive demand management plan. This includes modernizing our network of pipes to reduce the 67% of water that is currently lost. By integrating this solution, we can create a more secure and sustainable water future for Bogotá. Thank you.